Greetings and welcome to my daily routine as a comic book artist. Usually, my day starts with a good breakfast. I need to charge my energies. And if I don't have any pending YouTube video to work on, I start drawing my comic book directly. I like to start laying out the pages according to the size I have chosen for the paper. And I use my sketchbooks where I have drawn the whole story in pencil as a guide system. The truth is that I call it a comic book for short, but in reality it's a graphic novel. And what is the difference between a comic book and a graphic novel? Well, basically the difference is the volume of the work. A graphic novel is much longer than a comic book, and they usually deal with much deeper or more dramatic topics than in comics. My novel is about 400 pages long, and I'm now in the last phase of production. That is to give the color and final artwork to each page. It takes much longer than you think to do a simple page, and sometimes it becomes a very tedious process. On the one hand, you love working on your project and love your story, but on the other hand, you have the anxiety of wanting to finish it as soon as possible and to bring it to light. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I still have a lot of pages to color. So the best thing to do is to be patient. By the way, if you subscribe to my channel, you help me a lot to continue working on my comics and other videos of the channel where I touch many topics that interest me about life, animal species, the world in which we live, the species that we are, and our history. The truth is that the life of an artist is complicated. Living from art is very complicated, especially in a world that is increasingly focused on technology and to generate easy money with little effort. The AI is a clear example of the current moment in which we artists find ourselves. It seems that many people have lost the notion of true art and craftsmanship, which makes it much more difficult for artists like me to create new things for the public, whether comic books, picture books, video games, or whatever. Please hit the like button to support this video and to motivate me to draw more and more stuff like this. Drawing is very relaxing. It teaches you to be with yourself, but above all, a great project like this teaches you to be focused on your own cause, which becomes very therapeutic, because in a world where there is more and more conflict and lack of control, you feel that at least you can control your day-to-day life and lower your anxiety levels. If you can, I recommend doing art or an art project of your own. My story has a great personal part, since it talks about a filmmaker during the 1950s in not a good moment of his life, but with an immense sensitivity towards art. It is a novel that talks about cinema and art. Actually, what art means to our species, the humankind. Besides, I decided to draw it in this style, which imitates the American cartoons of that time, the 1950s, and also the Hanna-Barbera cartoons or the Cartoon Network series of the 90s. I loved those series, did you? As a matter of fact, it's not my natural style, but it is a style that helps to better convey the idea of the story. So how do you see it so far? Finally, I decided to print a couple of pages to decorate my office, not only to test the printing of the drawing and see how the tones work on paper, but also to motivate me while I keep immersed in the creative progress. I still have a long way to go. Do you want me to keep making videos like this from time to time? Please leave me a comment in the comment box. I'm interested in hearing your opinion. I hope you liked today's video. Thank you very much for joining me in my comic book routine. See you next week. Thanks and see you soon.